As the SPY is moving sideways, but look at the momentum on it coming down. NVIDIA, look at the momentum on NVIDIA. Very difficult to be bullish here right now. Again, no inclination to trade anything here right now. I mean, you'd have to be scalping right now. Oh, thanks, Omar. Yeah, I understand your request, but it would be way too much. And you know what? If I start doing too much work like that, or posting all the trades I'm taking and try to keep everybody updated, I'm gonna lose the time I have to try to help everybody take high probability trade setups, and the time I need to do for evaluation on the. I mean, I have to do I do a lot of technical analysis during the day on these things, so it's a good time consuming set situation for me. Eric KT didn't follow through at all. Got up close to $17 and now backed off again. I'm going to need some sort of a move in here this afternoon. I mean, again, it's not a big deal for me, but it's about the only trade I've put on so far. Good morning. Hey, Saw. Hopefully SPY doesn't just compress around VWAP for the rest of the day. It could. Good morning, Heaven. It could. I don't know. You know, the SPY is it's still bearish here based on the momentum, but it's not. We haven't gone anywhere here. We had this big gap down off the news of the jobs report, which was horrible, and the adjustments to the previous 2 months jobs report, which were even worse, and then the tariffs coming out, and the markets get smoked, and it's come right back down here. If I look at the SPY on the daily chart, which is what we want to be looking at to try to make some evaluations here, this is the SPY right here. There's a bearish engulfing bar yesterday. As I told you yesterday, bearish engulfing bars, and you don't want to see these too often. There was one here, and here's another one here, and so the market came down off of news here today. So that's a pretty big drop. You notice my TC2000 candle is pink here. Look, when was the last time you saw a pink candle to the downside on the SPY? Way back. See this? How far you have to go back to find a pink candle on the SPY? That means it was breaking compression to the downside, right there. Right? We haven't had any pink candles to the downside on the daily chart till now. This is a compression break. This is a break below the 8. It's below the 15. We're down below this support level. We're this resistance, the support level here. We've got another one down here. This is very bearish right now. Very bearish. And this is what you want to keep your eye on. This is what we've been trading. We've been trading since this April fiasco on the tariffs. We've been trading to the long side for the most part. We've taken a few shorts. CNC worked out nicely for us. We've had a few extremely good short setups. But basically we've been long, and the market has been just marching up along the 8. Look at this beautiful trading pattern here. Does this look like this is continuing? It doesn't to me. It doesn't to me. So I'm going to be extremely cautious with any longs here. I came up almost to that algo line right there, which was an ascending algo line. Not that strong, but it was still an ascending algo line. But this price action right here, this is not pretty. This is not pretty. And this was the tariff information here, which when the tariffs were off, it bounced back up again. But a lot of this is jobs related. Jobs related. Bad jobs reports means the economy is getting weak. And when you downgrade the previous 2 months, this is very ugly. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the SPY come all the way down to the 50-day moving average down here. We'll see. And August can be a pretty horrible month for trading because there's nothing. There's no Supreme Court in session. There's no Congress in session. We're going to be relying on news and tweets and everything else. And most of the big earnings have gone by already. Big tech earnings, which this is what the market's doing with it. Got to be cautious here now. I've been bullish for the last 4 or 5 months, traded that way, and I am right now in a wait and see mode. We had a tremendous July. For anybody on YouTube, we had a bang up July. 30 wins, 3 losses in the room. $2,000 if you put $2,000 into each trade that we did in the room, you made almost $17,000. I think 16,800 or something like that. Pretty big month. Dollar Tree could be a nice long if we get a market tailwind and reverse on the D1. Bradley, DLTR, Dollar Tree. Yeah, now remember, Dollar Tree is a consumer defensive stock, okay? So yeah, it could be a good long if the market reverses back up. But here's the thing: the consumer defensive stocks are green today when the market's way down. So people are putting money into consumer defensive stocks. If the stock market turns strong and heads back up again, it won't be so easy for them to move. I know it's been moving. Dollar Tree is a good one. I mean, it's been moving pretty nicely. But you have to remember that the fact that it's green today is because it's money going into consumer defensive stocks and coming out of tech stocks. I think it was Apple, they're just moving sideways. Amazon drifting down. Nvidia still trading now below the 8 exponential moving average. I just can't trade any of this right now. It's just this is scalp time, scalp territory. There's no more money to be made on any of these things right now. very too quick, not much movement. This is where you sit and watch. I know nobody wants to sit and watch, but that's what I'm doing. I put that RKT on now. I'm sorry I even put that on, that triangle, because it's just moving, just compressing, which I don't care for. Yeah.
some cupcakes. I hope you have clothing on right now. Oh, they're so cute. One minute. She said.
All right, back here now. And I just stepped away for a minute. I'm not missing anything here. The market again. The market is definitely bearish, but it's just moving sideways. It's probably just moving sideways. Momentum is terrible. You can see the right here the market internals. We'll just call those market internals. Those are down. T2104 is still coming in as well. Trying to move up just a bit, but no good. Nvidia, which was bouncing up, still trading underneath the 8 exponential moving average.
On our way to celebrate.
All right, see if we get any more questions. It's coming up on 11:30 on Friday, first day of a new month. Oh, nice job, William. Yeah. ChatGPT is pretty nice. SPY. I mean, this is very weak market action here. Uh, Very hard to be long here at all. I can't touch any longs. I would, if anything, I just took some SPY puts for Monday, just to have a small position, or just small position of SPY puts for Monday. And if they fall down enough today, I might hold them. I might take profits then, but I am short the SPY right now for Monday. Again, I took some SPY puts. You know, they could go against me here this afternoon if the market bounces. But right now, I have to look short. And I'm going to look for some trade short too. But it's really hard to find anything that's outstanding, just because so much stuff is coming down. Trying to find relative weakness in a down market is very hard.
I'm doing a experiment to see if yours works.
I gotta shut off the sound of two things at once.
Is this a case?
What you doing?
Is this a case? Or is this the phone? This is a case, right?
That's the case, yeah. What are you doing? See if it charges?
I just wanna see if it doesn't work with off buttons. Where is charging? There's yours. And you got a message.
Another day with Cap Montreal. I hope your doctor's appointment goes well.
Oh, I'm sure it will, because the big problem is over.
Oh.
Doesn't work with mine.
Doesn't work with yours. Why would it work with an Apple, since that's the most common phone that's out there?
Yeah. Probably for older phones, it works for ours.
Does it? That's what happens when you get the brand new stuff, right?
At first. Now, if that's the case, it doesn't work in my car either. State of the art.
We get Costco green today. Oops. Turn the mics back on.
Phew.
All right, so again, I took a few SPY puts, not a lot, very small. We've got today, right now, we've got Walmart, Home Depot, TJX and Costco Green. A lot of consumer defensive stocks are up today. These tech stocks are not doing well. There'll probably be some opportunities for some lottos today. ACN down really hard today. Accenture, another technology company. ACN right there. Just looking for something I can intraday trade short. MDB is also a good short setup. Kind of compressing right here. It's like oil's down this morning. MPWR, monolithic power systems, up beautifully today. MPWR up about 9%. Just grinding higher. That's probably a decent long, actually. It's very expensive. $778. Doesn't have any weekly expirations, however. SPY bounced up there. First little nice green candle, right up to the VWAP. Again, I'm short the SPY for Monday. I took Monday expiration, so I'm going to give it some room. Ari pointing out AUPH, it's biotech, AUPH. Yeah, nice move in IOPH, AUPH. After earnings, good relative strength. Pop out of compression. Yep, see that right there. $10 stock. Yeah, moving up pretty nicely here. Yeah, it's a nice look on that one, Ari. That's a nice look. Nice breakout on it. It's got resistance at $10.66 on AUPH. Yeah, just monthly options. It's an unusual option activity for the $8 calls in August 15th. The 210, 205 by 210, 205 by 220. Huh, you get $2.08 of intrinsic value in those things. SPY bouncing up against my puts right now. Momentum finally moved up a little bit. Again, I've been these SPY puts for Monday, so I'm going to see at 624.73 would be the resistance level for it. Again, I took a very small position on these SPY puts. I'm planning on adding to them if the market turns around and heads back down again. But I'm looking at the T2104, looking at the VOLD. The trend is all down here. Market's bouncing, which is no big surprise. This has been down here for a good long time. There's a little bit of money coming back into it. Bounced this morning on the open. Now it's moving slightly down. This was open this morning, pulled back on the open, moved up a little bit, get above the VWAP, trying to do it again right here. All right, see what we got for questions here. Evan, you got a long question? Do I find it valuable to look at daily charts of sectors to see which ones show strength or weakness compared to the SPY? Yeah, absolutely. But sector strength can come and go during the day, from one day to the next. But yeah, it's one thing you can do is you can kind of do a top-down type scan on stocks. In other words, you would look at the sectors, find the stocks with the strongest sector and the weakest sector, then find the strongest stocks within that strong sector and the weakest stocks within that weak sector, and then look at them on the chart and see if there would be a good trade. I mean, you're basically trading the strongest and the weakest sectors. Example: XLB and XLU have two very different daily charts, from what I can tell. XLB looks bearish, yeah, which it is. That's the materials. Yep, very bearish. Bounced off the 100-day moving average this morning. XLU, which of course is the XLU is utilities, has been moving up pretty pretty strong, and utilities will do well in a bad market as well. It's up today because there's money going into utility stocks, which are basically dividend-paying, relatively safe stocks. Would I look for weak stocks in weak sectors? Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's what I would do. I mean, I wouldn't be. I don't typically trade the ETFs except for the SPY, the Qs, and all those. But the XL. If you gotta look at the XLU and find that it's weak, look at the XLU stocks and find the weakest ones within the sector. But you got to be evaluated on price action. Yes, always. Susan, did I take trades today? I took a rocket strangle this morning. It was pretty cheap. I got the $17 call of 16.50 puts expiring today. That's just kind of a strangle trade on rocket RKT. Other than the SPY, I haven't taken anything, and I'm not recommending the SPY. You notice I'm not posting it. I'm not recommending. This is my thesis for what the market's going to do here. Based on the fact that the trend has been down. The T2104 and the VOLD have been down. The T2104 is moving up a little bit right now, same as the VOLD is. Do I think it's going to last? I honestly don't. But, I could be completely wrong on this. I'm just making an early trade with SPY puts expiring Monday in case we get another steep pullback this afternoon. We might get a nice bounce, but the numbers today were pretty bad. PNW seems to have found some support at 173. Yeah, 173.18 is a support, the resistance level on it, and now the support level on it. I wouldn't be touching it down here. I thought that was way overdone on the breakdown the other day, and I was off base by a mile. My strike for Monday's SPY puts, Jacob. What did I take? SPY puts. I took 622s. 622s. I paid $345 for them. I paid $340 for them. They're $244 right now. So I'm down about 30%. But again, these are Mondays. And it's not something I'm recommending anybody following me into. I'm basically looking at the SPY. I'm looking at the daily chart in the SPY. I'm looking at the compression break to the downside on the SPY. I'm looking at the support level at 618.05 and the resistance level at 624.73. I'm anticipating that it's going to pull back down to the 618 and in the near future maybe all the way down to the 50-day moving average. I don't know. I could be completely wrong on this, but we'll find out. Or at least I'll find out. ZM looks nice. Sarang, ZM, Zoom for short, yeah. 7130 support. 7130 went right to it and bounced off of it. You don't see any trades in the yellow box. I haven't put any trades in the yellow box today. There is none. We have no trades on, Suzanne. None. We closed everything out this week. We're flat right now, except for the trades I mentioned here this morning. But I haven't posted any of those. I don't intend to until we get some direction to the market. AMD 172.50 straddle. Yeah, with 173.14 as a resistance level. I'm just waiting here for the most part. I did take some SPY puts, but again, very small position just starting out. Notice the momentum starting to move up here on the SPY, so I have to be kind of leery here. I'm really not anxious to jump into a lot of trades right now. T2104 bounced up just a little bit, but and it's very bearish for the day. Very, very bearish for the day. Same as the VOLD is. Showing a little bit of a bounce here, right here. You see, that's why it's gone blue, but the trend today is down. We'll see if it gets broken for any significant amount of time, but way too early to tell yet. You're welcome, Heaven. About 7 minutes to 12. Oh, Tomas, yeah, did 33 trades last month. Were they all text alerted? No, the text alerts were fewer because a lot of them I can't alert on the text. Some of them were very quick trades we took during the day. Some of them I put on late in the day, like 3:45. I can't text alert on those. But the text I don't know what the numbers are. I have to go back and check. But it was up about 7,000 on the text, which is pretty good for text, because I have to, when I put a text out, I have to kind of assume that it's going to be an overnight type trade for folks that are on PDT rules, etc. So I don't text out as many as we take in the room, because some of the room trades were pretty quick. Ari, did I decide on a break on a exit yet on Rocket? No. I'm going to see what it does. Market's getting a little bit stronger here. Rocket's in the money on the call side, but it needs to go well up, go for way above here. But I'm going to hold on to it for a while, and I'm watching the SPY. I've got puts on the SPY, which I took them probably at the worst possible point as the market turns up, but we'll see what happens this afternoon. Again, these are Monday expirations on my SPY puts. I would not recommend them to anybody right now. I'm taking them based on what I think might happen today and Friday, which I don't like to trade what I think, but I can't trade what I see here either, because I'm certainly not going to take the SPY long on a day like this. So that's just a very small position I take as basically a short to see what happens over the weekend. I could be completely wrong, but I have such a small position on it that my risk is minuscule. Harry took the 1650 straddle on Rocket. Yeah, I have the strangle. I have the 1650 put and the 17 call. So you got to straddle a 1650. You're probably in pretty good shape with this bounce right here. On RKT, yeah, I knew what you meant with RKT. Oh, Tomas, I appreciate that. You've been following me many times. Yeah, using shares. Yeah, you can trade. You can trade shares. Um, you suck up a lot more margin, but a lot of people like to trade shares, and you don't have any time decay to worry about on them, which is good. But again, if you took some that you lost on and you saw me win after a few days, I'm just following the technicals. I mean, that's all I'm doing. I'm following the technicals. If technicals tell me that it's working well, then I'm gonna, as long as it stays above my support level or below my resistance level, I'm gonna stay in the trade for the most part. Rocket's still underwater here. I paid 46 cents for the straddle. It's right now at 26 cents. So I mean, I need this thing to move up to around 17, 30, 35 before I would be even on it. But any kind of a nice move on Rocket would be if it gets up to the high here on last Wednesday was 17.32. That would probably get me. I'd be probably break even if it gets there. But I want to see it stay to the bullish side right now. Again, watching the SPY. I'm not really watching the SPY that closely on my trade because I'm not going to take it off if I'm underwater on it today. Most likely I'm going to hold it, especially if the SPY stays below 624.73. Nvidia bouncing up here with the market bouncing up. Pretty nice bounce in the market. Still continuing up here. Market really nice bounce here now. Here's our gap down, right there. Again, we have not I don't think we haven't gotten to the gap yet. Yeah, no, the gap's up here, about 626. So we'll see if we make the gap. But nice little bounce of the market. Still obviously down for the day. Still down 1.2%, so very, very bearish. But a significant bounce. Q's also a nice bounce. IWM also bouncing, so pretty strong move in the market. And again, I could be completely wrong with the SPY. This thing may bounce and not look back again. Could head back up again, but we've got to see the price action in the daily charts to tell us that. Based on the daily chart, the last 2 days, I can't make any kind of long suggestions right now. By putting a little hammer bar on the daily right now, it's again 624.73 is the next horizontal resistance level. After that, you get the 15 EMA. And again, I'm going to stay on my SPY puts through the day. So I'm not. This is not a SPY super system intraday quick trade. Rocket trying to move up. Nice move on the SPY. Right up to 624.73, right to the resistance level that I've got. We'll see if it holds. It's got some decent volume pushing it up here right now. Rocket continues to go up. Moving up, 1721. So again, on my strangle's starting to come back a little bit. I have not set a target yet on Rocket, Ari, no. I'll watch it for a while. You got a straddle versus my strangle too, don't forget, so yours gonna be different than mine. You know, I mean, on a day like this, I mean, if you can grab 30% off of it, I would take it. I just don't know what it's going to do. Um, you know, I've got some room to the upside on it. Not a huge amount right now. Let me find some volume lines here. Yeah, resistance 1732. Then 18. Yeah, I mean, just watch the price action on it, Ari. I mean, the market's going up. Rocket's been going up pretty nicely. There has been a lot of compression here, so you can watch it pretty closely.
Sorry.
Spy right against that 624.73. We'll see what happens there. And I gotta watch Rocket too, because I don't want this thing pulling back down again, because I've recovered most all my losses in it right now. So if I get a start pullback, I'll probably just try to take break even on it. Heading out? All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing here?
I'll clean up when I get home.
Oh, don't worry.
I kicked him out.
Yeah, so Billy's over here now. Says I've been driven out of my house. about 11 after 12:11 is what it is. Rocket's still trying to move up here. Watching the SPY hitting at 624.73 level. So I'm watching it close. Again, I've got puts on the SPY, just a few, just for Monday, and I'm planning on holding them through the day. I just, I could be completely wrong, and the market could rip right back up again. But again, it's not back up. It hasn't not get into the gap yet, where it started here. KT still holding up pretty well here. SPY's drifting. All right, see if we get any questions here. Just watching the market. 1732 resistance on a rocket. How significant is that? Well, it's a horizontal resistance level. So they're fairly significant. It's pulling back here again. This is doing a number on my strangle. Again, we're just going to watch it a bit here, but I don't really have enough premium in it to justify it. 1732 is a fairly, it's a horizontal. Anytime I put a horizontal resistance level on, they're fairly significant. And again, the SPY was a 624.73. You see what it went to right here, about 624.94 roughly, and pulled right back. So yeah, they work, but they don't always work. Nothing does. What is the SPY trade, Joe? Well, I took it. I'm way underwater on this thing now. I took the SPY. Let me look. I took Monday's expiration dates on the SPY. I took the 622 puts. The 622 puts. I didn't take very many. I just took just a couple of these things. This is just an starting position here for this thing. It expires Monday. If the market starts to pull down this afternoon, I may add some to it. But right now, I just got a very small position in that. Just a couple of contracts. You know, I spent about $700 on a very, very small. For me, that's a tiny, 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 tiny position, and I'm just waiting to see what happens. And they are the August 4th, Monday expiration date, 6/22 puts. If I was going to get into it now, I would probably not take the 6/22s. I would probably take the 6/24s or the 6/25s. Okay. Let's see. Sarang. Might be a good time to gauge relative weakness. Yeah, it is a good time to gauge relative weakness. And here's some stocks that are weak. Apple is weak. BTG, which is still green, not so much. Meta's not really that weak. Roku's pretty weak, but you know, look, it's been chopping around a lot here. What you're doing is looking for something like that. CNH is a nice weak stock. It's been coming down as the market went up. It's not showing any relative strength at all. So CNH is a nice short. If you were looking for shorts for intraday, CNH, nice short. I don't even know what the daily chart looks like. Yeah, it doesn't look great because it's choppy and it's got a 100-day moving average just below it, so I wouldn't be trading it. CMG, not really smooth. Not really smooth. Snow, pretty nice pull down here. Nice bounce with the market. Starting to roll over again. Just nothing here to get me particularly excited. I mean, this stock, Etsy, was moving up when the market was moving down, and then it's moving down where the market's moving up, so. Nothing there that I really would get excited about. Mine is just compressing here now. Hey, Ram Kumar, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate a review on Trustpilot. I really appreciate, and I appreciate your support of the room. I really do. Hey, Milad, how are you? Just curious on finding relative weakness. What is the criteria you're looking for? What would excite you? Well, you know, I'm looking for when the market's moving up. Here's the spot. When it's moving up here, I'm looking for stocks when they're moving down, but I'm looking for stock that's got some consistent down moving. some consistent down moves. That's why I said CNH was a nice one. Now the daily chart's not great on this, but for an intraday short, this is pretty nice, because when the market was going up, this thing hasn't shown any bounce at all. In fact, it hasn't shown any bounce all day. So this is the kind of trend that I like to see. I'm not excited because the daily chart's horrible. I'll show you this, the daily chart of CNH. Here it is here. So this chart doesn't excite me. And you've also got the 100-day moving average right there. So I wouldn't take it short, but it's a pretty nice short pattern this morning. There's the pattern. You see how nice that is to the short side? But when you look at the daily chart, nothing too exciting there. Market coming down, going against me again. Now I got to hope for a drop down below 1650. SPY just not doing much of anything and just compressing sideways. All right, I'm going to take a break here and get some lunch here in a couple minutes. I'm going to shut down YouTube. Thanks everybody from YouTube. I appreciate you being here today. Thanks for all the questions. Appreciate that. Look forward to seeing some of you folks over in my room next week, and appreciate your being here and asking questions and participating. So thanks very much, and I will see everybody on YouTube on Monday about 11:15, 11 o'clock, and have a great weekend.